Let's address the elephant in the room. The market is scared. The market is uncertain. But in uncertain times, generally, we are going to find a lot of opportunity if we look for it. So today, we are going to cover the topic of if it is actually a good time to buy or not. Thank you so much for watching this video. My name is Mike Carpino. Every week, you're getting 2 videos from me that are focused on the Greater Toronto Area real estate market. And if you like the content that I put out there, please hit that subscribe button and share these videos with somebody who may get some extra value from them. Sure, the market is scared. You don't have to let that control your decision making. If you use your brain and you are able to make your way through the scenarios of if it's a good time or not, you might be able to find some great opportunities that actually lie in today's current market. If you are gonna look for these opportunities, it really comes down to understanding a lot of the factors that you need to take into consideration. Home prices, interest rates, cost of living, world issues, and even the rental market. These are some of the things that are very important. If you are going to try to find opportunity in today's market, you need to take all of these things into consideration when making your ultimate decision. Now let's talk some strategy. In a scared market, sellers might be willing to negotiate. And for a lot of us here in Ontario, this is the first opportunity we have really had to negotiate on properties in quite some time. Even though it's your time to negotiate and you may have that opportunity, you still need to understand the other side of the transaction. You have to understand that seller's mindset, where they're coming from, what their situation might be like. If you aren't thinking about the other half of the transaction, it's going to be very difficult for you to find something and a good deal at that makes sense for you to buy in this scared market. So if you first off, want to try to find a great deal, what are you looking for? For me, let's start with the rates. We're looking for some stability or maybe instability in the interest rates. For a long period of time, we had low rates. As you know, we now have higher rates compared to where we were at only 2 years ago. But what we're looking for, if we're looking for opportunity, is we are looking for volatility. We're looking for that up and down in the market. So if we get a whiff that there might be another interest rate increase, that is a good sign as a buyer that you might be able to leverage a seller's mindset who might be really worried that that next increase might plummet their prices further. So this is check number 1. Check number 2 is the type of property. Is it a property that is in a great location? Or is it a property that is not in a desired location? Generally, and you've heard this term, and I know everybody has, location, location, location. More than ever right now, that is a very important thing. You need to look at properties that have the opportunity to be leveraged. So if you are looking to buy something and get a really fantastic deal, you might need to consider a location that is not optimal in the grand scheme of things. Choosing a property on a busier road, choosing a property that needs more renovations, choosing a property that just might not be exactly what you were imagining you'd be purchasing. These are some of the things that are going to allow you to get a better deal. However, there is a caveat to this. If you are buying something and you're buying it for the short term, it is more important than ever that you do not worry as much about the pricing based on location as you do the location of the house. And I'll say that again, don't worry so much about getting a great deal on a bad location if you're buying short term. If you're buying long term, it's okay to maybe sacrifice the location just a little bit because we'll have ebbs and flows in the market. But if you're buying short term, you need to buy in a premium location that is going to add value to that house in the long term. The third thing that I think is very important when we're deriving a strategy to buy in this scared market is finding the sellers that are in fact scared. Generally, if a house comes on the market today, I don't want to encourage my clients to go and look at that house on that exact day that it came onto the market. The reason being is I want my clients to get a great deal right now. If the house checks all the boxes and they want to see it, of course, we will go take a look. But the opportunity does not lie in a house that came on the market today or this week. The opportunity lies in the properties that have been sitting on the market for an extended period of time, 30, 40, 50, 60 days or longer. These sellers are one of two things: very, very frustrated, and they have been unable to find a buying partner at this point. So they might be willing to negotiate with you just that little bit more than the seller who came on the market 10 days ago, or they're stubborn. And it's up to us, myself and you, to figure out what type of seller are they. Are they motivated to sell, or are they just putting their house on the market to see if they can get a price that they're happy with? Or are they extremely motivated and they just can't find a buyer? And if that's the case, that should be your sign to maybe consider this type of property, because that seller is going to be willing to give you that deal that you're looking for. Now, when we're discussing the market conditions in which we're buying, there's some really good times if you're looking to buy and get a great deal that generally pop up. One of which is fast approaching, and we might be already in that window, and that is winter. Once we get those cold, brisk days and we get that snow on the ground, we start to see the market cool off, no pun intended. And with the cooling off of the market, it means whoever is on the market for sale is a serious seller. They really need to move that property, whether they've bought something previously and they need to now sell this in order to close the deal, or they have some financial issues and they need to get rid of a property. So this should be, once again, ding, 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 ringing a bell that this is a sign for you. This opportunity during cold months can be fantastic to get a really good deal. The closer we get to Christmas, the closer people are willing to just say, fine, that's a fair price, I guess I'll take the deal. And that's what you're looking for as a buyer. You want to win the deal, and that would be the goal of the agent who's walking you through the process. With a lot of news out there saying that Bank of Canada is halting rates for now, but they are not scared to increase them in the future, this is leaving sellers uncertain, and it would leave me uncertain as well. So take advantage right now. If you are a buyer, if you can get qualified for a mortgage and get a house that you could potentially be happy with, this is the time for you to really think if maybe getting a home now, when everybody else is scared and buckling down and pulling up your pants, this could be that opportunity for you to get into the market and really make a difference in your life. Now, real estate, it's not an emotional game, but a lot of people get really emotional when it comes to real estate, especially buying and selling your home. If you are buying a property and looking for a good deal, you need to take that emotional border away from the situation. I know it's difficult. It's extremely difficult, and it sounds silly when I say it, but you need to think about it from a logistical point of view. It needs to make sense financially. It still needs to make sense for you or your family or whoever the purchasers are, but it also needs to be something that is a good opportunity. We don't want to just get attached to a kitchen renovation or a pool in the backyard for that matter and forget about all the other factors. When buying a home, please try your best to not worry about the emotional factors, like this bedroom would be perfect for your child, because every home you look at will offer a lot of the same features. Let's be honest. So take the emotional out of it if you can. As an agent, that is one of my goals, is to try and make that emotional process at least cut off at me so I can bring you that level-headed opinion. But it is very difficult, and I do understand it's not something that everybody is able to immediately do. So there you have it, folks. That is my opinion on if it's a smart time to move or not. There are some factors that definitely state it is a smart time to make a transaction, but you have to be smart. Don't just buy anything out there. First off, you need to be approved. Your finances need to be in order. And you need to be extremely patient. A lot of the things we discussed are not going to come with the snap of a finger. You're going to have to be patient. If you like a house that's on the market and the opportunity could be there, but it just came on. You need to wait a longer period of time in order to negotiate with a lot of these sellers. And if you show your cards too early as the buyer and they know you're interested, the seller might feel less incentivized to adjust their pricing accordingly. Let me know if you felt this video was helpful for you, and do you think it's a good time to buy a house or not? Are you on the scared side, or are you on the find a great deal because a great deal is still a great deal side of this? Thank you so much for watching once again, and I will see you in the next video. Bye for now.